I did want to ask him about VJ.
Okay.
Just VJ Edgecombe from Baylor. Because, if we're talking about somebody off the ball as well, you know what I mean? Say we do want to keep De'Aaron Fox long term
Yep.
and there's things to fall in love with VJ, maybe he could fit into that 2 spot and it could be, De'Aaron Fox, VJ, and then Castle kind of in that same mold where we saw, Dylan Harper. So I have watched less VJ Edgecombe than I have Ace Bailey. So Lou, the floor is yours.
VJ Edgecombe is, everybody says that he's really, they love to say athletic, but the jumper is a little wonky. I don't think he has a jumper issue. I think his jumper is fine. Like, is he a great pull-up shooter right now? No, but I think his catch and shoot stuff is really good. I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he shot like 36% on catch and shoot. I think his biggest issue is his ball handling isn't as great, and I don't think he has good touch around the rim. His layups, like he shot 54% at the rim, which is really bad. But he is an athlete who's still figuring out how to play basketball. The good thing about him is typically those athletes who are figuring out how to play basketball, A, don't understand defensive rotations, and B, do not, for whatever reason, have a jump shot. And he has a jump shot, and he understands defensive rotations. So if VJ Edgecombe can come into a situation and be a guy who his role is to be an energy guy, his role is to play defense at a high level, to run the floor and to shoot, catch, and shoot threes and attack closeouts, oh my goodness, he's gonna be incredible. Like that's what he should be doing. If you're asking him to be on ball, and like much like you asked about Dylan maybe coming off the bench and getting some more on-ball duties, I don't think VJ should be getting on-ball duties whatsoever. Like, I don't think that's his skill set. One of the reasons I was low on him when I started watching him is because they kept putting him on ball and like the offense didn't know what to do. And he was on a good team. Like Baylor had talent. It was just he's not there yet. But during the course, one of the things I really liked about VJ is during the course of the entire season, he started figuring out that just because you're on ball doesn't mean you have to over dribble to get to your spots. He started learning that less is more. And I mean, who better to know than me when I say less is more? Like, we had Jimmy Butler for 5 years and he did not do a single crossover. Everything was simple, but he got to his spots. And VJ started implementing most of that during the second half of the season. And realistically, just being a menace, putting pressure on the rim. His first step is legitimately insane. His burst is insane. His power to jump is ridiculous. Some of the defensive highlights that he can make, the ground that he can cover. He looks like a power forward contesting at the weak side. Like, it's ridiculous how in tune he is defensively. And offensively, he just, the game is a little bit too fast for him in terms of playmaking and feel, but he's just such an athlete that there is a role for him somewhere. Like I love the men coming out, and it's not to compare him because I think a men is just better of an athlete, which is crazy to say because VJ is insane, but a men had feel, VJ doesn't have that much feel. So that's kind of the concern with him offensively, is he's not per se going to be a bad offensive player, but he might not be a positive, especially if the jumper takes a step back.
Do you have a floor and ceiling comparison for him?
Oof. Comparisons are always hard, but I think the ceiling comparison is, I mean, everybody says it. I don't think they're entirely too wrong, but I think Oladipo is a pretty good comparison in terms of ceiling. The floor could be just somebody who literally does not find a pathway to consistent starting minutes. Like, he could just be a bench guy for his whole career. I don't think that's likely, to be very honest. I think he's closer to being a very good starter. Like, he's top 5 on my board. So it's not like I'm trash, but we have to be realistic with some of these floors. Not every top 5 pick works. So it's,
for sure,
it's sad, but I mean, yeah, he could be just somebody who struggles to find maybe the jumper at the next level. Do I think that's going to happen? No, because if anybody can tell you, when the games mattered for Baylor, when it was crunch time in the second half of games, he took over and he did not let that team go without a fight. Like, that's probably the biggest selling point on VJ Edgecombe is he is going to work his ass off. Like he is. Like when the competition is at its best, that's when he's at his best. We saw it in the tournament. We saw it in the conference tournament. Whenever they played a ranked team, he was cooking Arizona. Obviously in the Olympics with the Bahamas, looked really, really good there too. Just somebody who steps up when the light, like when it matters, VJ Edgecombe will step up. That's why I don't think he's ever going to really bottom out of the league. So I do think it's just how high can his ceiling go. It depends on his ball handling and just maybe even like his free throw rate and stuff of that nature.
Last one here before we get to 14. How would you envision VJ's potential fit on the Spurs?
Oh, I'd love it, man. I love VJ's fit. Again, you guys have so many like VJ on the Spurs, Stephon can still get some on-ball reps. You got Chris Paul, you got De'Aaron Fox, you got Wemby who can pass out of the high post. If you're just telling, like if you're telling VJ Edgecombe and Stephon Castle go rogue on defense, Wemby's behind you. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be amazing to watch. Like truly, it will be defensively. It will be a pleasure to watch. And then you add that to the fact that him and De'Aaron Fox can be running on fast breaks together. Like, my goodness, watch out. Like, it's going to be Bleacher Report is going to be blowing up everybody's phone like once a week on a VJ Edgecombe poster dunk or lob or just ridiculous play, chase down block, just because he is a highlight reel in that sense. And he fits with you guys because you guys need wings. I know he's I think he measured at like 6'5", have 6'5", like 195-ish. That's not really a small forward, but and I don't think he should be a small forward, but his athleticism allows him to look so much bigger on the floor when he plays that he doesn't feel 6'5", 195. Like Tyler Hero's 6'5", 195. He doesn't do a lick for us on defense. Like this guy feels like 6'7", 210 because he covers so much ground. But I love VJ. I mean, I think you guys aren't going to you guys should be happy with literally just about whoever you pick, unless it's an Anthony Bennett situation.